Hey crypto friends, for those of you who are new to the channel, my name is Garrett and welcome to Altcoin Radar. Today we are going to be taking a look at the near protocol charts and we're going to see where it might be headed, and we will cover both bullish and bearish scenarios as well, just to simply cover all of the possibilities. Now, for those of you who love trading crypto and would like to try out the same crypto exchanges that I use regularly, please, feel free to go ahead and try out either the MEXC exchange or the Blowfin exchange with the links in the video description down below this video. Now, the reasons why I love both of these exchanges: I love MEXC because they have some of the cheapest trading fees in the entire industry, so you get to keep more of your profits, which is very nice. Now, the reason why I love Blowfin is because they allow anybody from anywhere to be able to sign up and trade crypto futures. So if you're from the United States and you want to trade crypto futures, you can do it right here on Blowfin. This is actually where I currently trade my crypto futures as well. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and take a look at the near protocol charts on the daily and see what we've got going on here. So as you guys can clearly see, the altcoin market as a whole has been just completely dumping lately. All right, I mean, it's just been completely dumping. But Near Protocol is one of those coins that has a lot of volume on a regular basis, and they've got a lot of people there's a lot of people out there that absolutely love this coin. All right, so price action is typically pretty good, and it usually ends up bouncing at key levels, and it usually ends up having some very strong runs as well. Now, in a bullish scenario, what I could see happening here, currently price is trending around this support level down here at right around the $5, right around $5.21. I mean, right now it's trading at $5.12, but we've got some pretty decent support here at $5.21. And the reason why I say that is because we hit this level and we hung out at this level for quite some time. I mean, we hung out at this level for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 straight days in a row back in early April, or back in mid-April or so. So that is currently why I look at this little area right here as a pretty decent level. So what I could see happening here is if this daily candle ends up closing below this support level, my guess is we will end up trending back down and end up retesting this lower support level down here at $4.30. Now, if the altcoin market after that, if that does end up happening, if the altcoin market after that continues to keep being shitty and continue to keep dropping big time, then obviously we're probably going to start falling to some lower levels, which I'll cover in a different video. I'll cover in a different video if that does end up happening. But realistically, as of right now, we want to be looking at this lower level down here at $4.30 for major support if we do continue to keep dropping. However, we did just have 3 solid days of straight upward movement, which was very nice. So another scenario that could end up happening here is we could end up dropping to just this little layer level down here, which is right where we hit the bottom of these 2 candles right back here again in April. And we could end up hitting that level, going down to that level, and then bouncing off if momentum is there, and then finally getting through this support level here, or resistance level, at $5.21, and starting to head up towards this next major resistance area of $5.99, or right around the $6 range. Which would actually be very nice if that did end up happening, because technically what would be happening there is we would be creating a higher low right here, which is typically what you want to see in the beginning of an uptrend. Is you want to start seeing higher lows being created all the way up in a step-by-step fashion. So if we end up going up and hitting this resistance area right here at $6, we'll probably end up coming back down to another midterm support level, which would be right around this area right here, before gaining momentum again and going back up to another level, and again creating another higher low right in here. And that's realistically what we want to see happening here. All right, now with support and resistance levels aside, let's go ahead and turn on some indicators real quick and see what is going on here, see what the indicators are telling us. So let me go ahead and delete these lines real quick, and let's go ahead and turn on some indicators, some basic indicators, and see what we've got going on here. So if we turn on the EMAs, we can clearly see that price got up to, I mean, this daily candle ended up getting up to the 200 period EMA, which is very nice. That's what we want to see. But ultimately, we want to see, for continued momentum, we want to see price action be above this 200 period EMA right here. So if price action can turn around and get above this 200 period EMA, that is going to be very, very nice to see. But we will need a solid candle closure above this 200 period EMA to start feeling comfortable that we've got enough momentum in to this coin right now to continue or to sustain a further move to the upside. All right. So with the EMAs turned off, let's go ahead and turn on the Bollinger Bands and see what the Bollinger Bands are telling us. Bollinger Bands, we came down and we got extremely oversold. Typically, that's what happens with the Bollinger Bands. We come down to the bottom band, we end up going straight through the bottom band, and that's typically oversold levels, and that's why we had this next 3 days of upward movement. Now, usually when we have upward movement, we if momentum is strong enough, we will end up going up and coming up to wherever the moving average is, and then if momentum isn't strong enough, it'll bounce back down to the bottom, wherever the bottom of the band is again, and that at that point in time, the bottom of the band could be down at these levels down here at like 381 or something like that. All right. So you want to keep an eye on these basic indicators to give you a good sense of what price action could end up doing here. All right. Now, in an uptrend, if we do end up bouncing somewhere around here and creating another higher low and going through these resistance areas, what we need to see happen here is we need to see price action get above the moving average here and trend upwards into the top of the band up here. That's going to really tell us that momentum is back, and we will end up hopefully starting a new uptrend right there. Now, if we go ahead and turn off the Bollinger Bands and turn on the RSI, RSI is telling us that we are way, I mean, we are extremely oversold down here. Now, the cool thing about what I'm looking at here is usually with the RSI, we've got the moving average, which is the white line in here. Let me go ahead and make that a little bit thicker. So, we have got the RSI, which is the green line, and we've got the white line, which is the moving average. And usually what ends up happening is in a downtrend, the RSI is trending beneath or below the moving average, which you can see right in here. And usually in an uptrend, the RSI, as you guys can clearly see in this uptrend right here, the RSI is below all of the price action on the RSI, okay? Now, when they cross, usually that's usually when something happens. But not every time it crosses does something happen. As you guys can clearly see right here, we crossed right in here, but momentum wasn't strong enough, so it wasn't sustainable and it didn't stay above the moving average. And that could be what's happening right here as well. Obviously, as you guys can clearly see right here, we had a cross right down in here as well just recently, but as you guys can clearly see, the current daily candle is currently trending downwards, and that's not looking good. So we could end up coming back below the moving average again and end up bouncing somewhere along, somewhere down further down here, which leads me to believe that there is a good strong possibility that we could end up dropping down to this $4.30 level if the current daily ends up closing beneath yesterday's daily candle open. All right. So again, you want to keep an eye on these basic indicators. You want to keep an eye on support and resistance levels. They all tell you a story. They all go hand in hand with each other, and you can really tell a lot based on what you are looking at with these basic indicators and support and resistance levels and stuff. So overall here though, what we really want to see is we want to see an uptick in volume in the overall altcoin market, and that currently, as of right now, that is not happening. But I firmly believe that it is going to be happening soon, especially considering the fact that altcoins have been just completely beaten down lately, and they can only stay beaten down for so long. I mean, you can only piss in the punch bowl for so long before good things end up happening again. So I fully expect that volume in the altcoin market will be rising here again here at some point in time here hopefully within the next few days to the next week or so. But before I go ahead and wrap up this video, if you guys enjoyed this one, please make sure to go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit the like button below the video to help me out here, and leave me a comment below on your personal thoughts on where you think the price of Near Protocol is going to go here in the short to midterm. And hey guys, with that said, for those of you who stuck around and watched the entire video, thank you guys very much. I appreciate you guys very much, and thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in my future videos.